Alright, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on Hot Topics TV. Crash Dummy, Goofy. Those are two names that come to mind every time I look at Bortlen, Henry. The reason is, if you've been watching or paying attention to this whole YNW Melly trial for this entire time, you must realize now that the plan is to put everything on Bortlen or YNW Bortlen or Cortland Henry, as his real name is. Now, I don't know about being this loyal to anybody that I'm about to go do a life sentence for you, cause you the homie, cause I want to tape my mouth shut, cause I don't want anybody to call me a snitch. For what? A whole life sentence. Man, you 20 something young years old. If you get hit with a double murder charge at this stage in the game, and I don't know if they have the death penalty on the table for him as well, but I know it's on the table for Melly. And I know if Melly walks, Bortlen is going to prison for life. I know if Melly is convicted, Bortlen might be able to put some of the blame on Melly since he's already convicted, and then weasel his way out, probably get a little 15, 20, 25 years being an accomplice and all. He could go into court and he could cry and he could say, "Your Honor, I was driving. We had no plans to do any of this. Next thing I know, I hear shots go off in the car. Bow! I look through the rear view mirror. I'm thinking we're getting shot at. And I see YNW Melly shooting up the rest of the people, Sack Chaser and Juvie, in the car. And then, because he was sitting directly behind me, I got scared as hell, because I thought he was going to shoot me in the back of the head next. As a matter of fact, after he shot both of them, I looked over at one of them, at Sack Chaser, because he was sitting in the front seat and I could tell that he was already dead. And then Melly started speaking from behind me and he told me to make a left right here, to turn right here, to go over here, to do this, to do that. I was so scared, I just started following in his directions. I never been around somebody that killed two people in front of me before, Your Honor. I was scared. And then they'll ask, okay, so why didn't you come forward later? Why didn't you tell us this the whole time you were locked up? I would say because he has people on the outside, Your Honor, that are going to harm my family. My mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my dog, my cat, something. Come on now, man. You gotta want to get yourself up out of this. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I see a lot of people saying, well, damn, how come Bortlen is walking around when YNW Melly been locked up this whole time? Well, see, I'm not going to explain that part, but what I'll tell you is this. Bortlen got locked up, right? And then he got offered bail or bond. He got out. That bond came with a condition. He violated those conditions and he got rearrested. He's so lucky, his lawyers went before the courts and his lawyers said, Your Honor, you know, he's only 20 something years old. He was locked up for a while. He wasn't harming anybody and he didn't go to any place serious where he was in cahoots with any gang members or any illegal activities. He just went out as a young man to go enjoy himself at a strip club, blah, blah, blah. And the judge set a new bond. I don't know if y'all know this. His new bond was $1 million. His family paid that $1 million, right? I'm talking about mommy, daddy, family paid that $1 million bond. However, percentage of whatever that was, they got him out of there. Now, you know, you surrounded by your family, right? You know your mama is in your face and your grandma is in your face and they saying, Bortlen? Well, his real name is Cortland. They're saying, Cortland? Boy, I'm telling you, don't be no crash dummies for this man right here. They done led you down the wrong path, Cortland. Cortland, we done put this bond money up to get you out so you could be here with the family. You said you facing some serious charges. You might be going away for a while. Don't run, baby. Stand and face the music. But you gotta tell the truth, cause we know this ain't you. Even if that's not what his family is saying, his family gotta be saying this right here. You better put everything on Melly. You better put everything on Melly, and don't be no damn crash dummy for nobody, and don't go do no life sentence because you trying to be loyal to some homeboy, because after 50 years pass and you behind bars, y'all might forget that y'all was ever friends, right? Okay, so don't throw your life away doing this. If you've been paying attention to this case, man, this ain't the first, second, or third time I have heard YNW Melly's lawyer throw Bortlen all the way up under the bus. Matter of fact, he threw him up under the bus and he had the other lawyer press gas and rolled his ass over. Listen, he went before the judge, right? His whole thing is to get his client off. He doesn't give a damn about Bortlen or Cortland. He doesn't care about him. He cares about winning this case for Melly. And if it means throwing Cortland Bortlen under the bus, then that is what it is going to be. And Bortlen looked like a damn crash dummy, like he doesn't recognize that that's what's going on. I would have been called the state and said, listen, I could give you the whole story, the whole rundown. I could tell you how it happened, everything like that, how the gunpowder residue got on my hand, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling everything. I hope he's sitting at home paying attention to this. I hope he is not sitting at home thinking, if I stay quiet and if Melly stay quiet, we're going to beat this case. It is impossible to beat this case. Somebody is going down for this. And in my prediction, I think both of them are going down for this, right? But hearing Melly's lawyer actually call Bortlen out in court, he said, Your Honor, Bortlen, or Cortland Henry, he was the one that showed up to the hospital with 2 dead bodies in the car. Not Melly. Cortland, he was the one that concocted a story and told the police of a drive-by when you found out that there was no drive-by. He made up that lie. Cortland did. Not Melly. These are the words of Melly's lawyer, pointing everything to Cortland Henry or YNW Bortlen. Now, why is your lawyer talking like that about your homie? You my friend to the end, but if you are my friend and you think that throwing me under the bus and freeing yourself, giving me a life sentence, is something that I'll be down for, then you crazy as hell. You got another thing coming. But anybody could see that the goal is to put everything on Bortlen or Cortland Henry. Boom. He's the driver of the car. He is one person that we are absolutely sure never left the car or the victims. He was there. He was there the whole time. He was there all the way through. He has never denied being there. He showed up at the hospital with the 2 bodies. He was the one that gave the story about a drive-by when there was no drive-by, according to detectives. He was the one with gunshot residue on his arm, as if he had fired a weapon not too long ago. It's all on him. So unless he's going to come forward and say, listen, me and Melly planned on doing this. The reason we planned on doing it was because of blah, blah, blah. And while I was driving, he caught them off guard. He shot them. And then I drove the car to an area where I got out of the vehicle. I took the gun and I shot up the outside of the car because we were trying to stage the scene to say that it was a drive-by. And that's how I got the gunshot residue on my arm. But Melly was the one that actually shot the two guys, Juvie and Sack Chaser. Now, if Bortlen says that, the defense in not the defense, but the prosecution in Melly's case already came up with the evidence, the forensic evidence that says shots were fired right from where Melly was sitting in a vehicle. So if Bortlen backs that story up and says, yes, they were right, that's exactly what happened, and then put up a story that says, hey man, I was scared for my life, he murdered our two closest friends right in front of me, that's the only way I see him getting any kind of leniency in this. He's not going to walk away. Melly cannot walk away. Bortlen cannot walk away. But Bortlen can save himself from a life sentence. Or is he going out like a damn crash dummy? What do you think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think. My question to you is, if you were in Cortland Henry Bortlen's shoes, would you keep your mouth shut and take whatever charges come your way in this double murder trial? Or would you seek to save yourself? And please remember, your homeboy's lawyers already threw you up under the bus. And they're trying to pawn this whole thing off on you and you alone. I'll catch y'all in the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. I'm out. Peace.